Well, we're throwing heat today in Delaware. You know what? Both those fillies, I drove them very, very hard for two different reasons. One, I drove Whispering Song as hard as I thought I needed to, knowing she would be a little weak on the end, but also knowing that that's what it would take to win the race. And I don't think if I get over the half in 1-1, she trots a half in a minute. She's, we sold the filly, and yeah, she won her next two starts in the fairs, but at the same token, she's the same horse we sold her. She draws 7 with one of the other horses in the other division that went in 59, or she draws the outside of the trailer in the other fair. Who knows? It's always timing and circumstance. Regardless, my day started with something that wasn't horses. I got to put my little girl on the bus today. First ever day of school. Well, they started school last week, but she was a little sick, so we kept her home. And sent her today. Today was her first day. She was so excited. She just bounced right on the bus like a champ. She was very, very happy, and I talked to her after. She was super excited. So my day started off great regardless. The Whispering Song race was Whispering Song. If you would have told me that you're going to go 28-4, 59, 129, and still win in 2-1-1, I'd be a little skeptical. Very happy that it played out that way, but I would have been a little skeptical. Now with Pete, a little different. Pete loves to be a bully, and when she's sound and she's sharp, and she gets off on the right foot, she can slide into beast mode sometimes, and that's where she does her best work, quite frankly. I scored her down. I thought she was good, but I knew I had to watch her in the first turn, so I had to give myself a little room getting into the turn because she was going to inch in towards the pylons. Let her coast in a bit, but don't check her. If you check her, you could get in trouble. So I let her, I give her a little room going into the turn, let her coast in a little bit. It worked out perfect. I knew we were smoking around the first turn, and I knew who was coming. I could hear. I didn't have to look over my shoulder. I knew what was going on. And if Pete didn't get away well, if Pete didn't feel as good as she did, I was going to have to cut Chris Page loose. And quite frankly, if you would have asked me going in behind the gate, is there a chance that you're going to get away like third? Yeah, there is a chance I'm going to get away third because I don't know what Pete's going to do. Pete's going to come out of the gate, put a step in. 2 of them right ahead me headed. I don't want to be first over. I'm going to be third along the rail, fourth along the rail at minimum coming to the half. There was a real possibility that could happen. So, it's one of those things where going to the gate your horse is good, but you don't want to make any mistakes. You don't want to do anything wrong that's going to cost you the race. But at the same time, I know her strengths. If you can get Pete up into, as I said, beast mode, if you can get her into a place where she's angry, where she's looking for a fight, then she's good. Around the first turn, she could hear Chris coming too. The horses can hear, and she wasn't hit. She wanted no part of letting anybody go today. She wanted to go down the road just as much as I did. We come out of the first turn, and I just let her rock. And the beauty of her is, she, you can't just loose line Pete, chase her down the lane, she'll run. If you can keep the bit in her mouth, you can pick at her a little bit and chase her, but you have to keep the bit in her mouth. And if you don't, she will run. She's done it a number of times. She's done it on me, Scioto. She's done it to a number of drivers. It's just her. She's super fast, but you can tip her over. That's Pete in a nutshell. So as we come out of the first turn, I just kind of growled at her and put the bit in her mouth, snug in her mouth. And I could tell at that point she was going to go a big mile. Now, I knew we were still rocking coming to the half. I'm like holding my breath, biting my lip. I know it's 55 and a piece. It flashes up 55 and 3. I hear Roger almost come unglued in the announcer's booth. But Pete still feels strong. So we get through the turn again. As we start to come through the turn again, I tap her on the tail. I growl at her again. She's ready for round 3. I tell you what, she was going again. Whole way down the backstretch, she's on fire. And I can hear, the speakers are so loud there, I can hear Favor Not coming out of the backfield, gaining ground with every stride. And I'm like, Jesus, if I put her on the run, I'm going to never forgive myself. I gotta let her rock here, but I gotta be careful too, So around the last turn, I'm picking at her, and she'll let you chase her through the turn, but you got to watch her coming out of that turn. Remember, she's made breaks on people before, me being one of them. So we go to come out of the turn. I kind of growl at her again. I'm tapping her on the tail, tapping her on the tail. Brett's horse comes in just as she comes out a little bit, and he flattens my tire. Well, race is almost over anyway. So we do finish up with a flat tire, but it wasn't really the end of the world. Pete showed a lot of. She wanted to win today. She had a bee in her bonnet today, and I was happy it was there. You know, when she gets angry like that, she is super effective. And, you know, quite frankly, there's so much going on. It looks like she's 10th in the points. She's not going to make the super final. That's second. Cost us that the other day, or third, I should say. But I was just talking to people. You know, she does fit the Buckeye final. She does, and she'll be the overwhelming favorite. She does fit the consolation. She should be the overwhelming favorite. So there's still racing left for Pete. Now we are in a little bit of a problem. This 10th win of her life today, and I believe 9th pari-mutuel, 140,000 made. But I have to continue. I'm always, listen, I'm never rigid to the point where I say they're leaving and this is that and that is that and this is when it's going to happen. No, I'm not oblivious to what just took place. I'm not naive to the fact that Sweet on Pete just pounded a group of fillies on a half-mile track in 54-3. It's not lost on me. So I will let it play out. I suppose. I will let it play out. If we get lucky and somebody doesn't enter the final, we'll race for 300. If we don't get lucky, we just get to race for 75 and 60. So that's where we're at with Sweet on Pete. A gargantuan mile today. She was good. The last time she was this good, she was good for 3 or 4 starts. She's peaking right at the right time. So hopefully Pete can stay good. Man, what a great mile. What a great week. What a great way to kick off our week. Anyway, I'm going to have a bite to eat now with a couple of our clients. For those of you that are in Delaware, listen to what I'm about to tell you. I don't know if I'm going back to Northfield tomorrow. I believe I am tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we're in the first race. Oh, one more piece of information to get out of the way. Not great news. What a mission is scratched tomorrow. He was a little colicky today after he jogged. The vet had to come and give him IV Banamine, which is anti-inflammatory. The withdrawal time, I believe, is it's well over a day here in Ohio. So he can't race tomorrow. He's fine. He was fine after. He emptied out, he cleaned out, he relaxed. We ran some fluids into him. But because of the medication proximity to the race, he won't be able to race today, so he's going to be scratched. I am probably going to go up to Northfield tomorrow and go with some babies on Wednesday. Now, Wednesday, I'll likely stay in Columbus also. I'm in actually Columbus right now. I'll actually stay in Columbus. And then we have the Little Brown Jug on Thursday. Now, I'll tell you what I am going to do. A couple of our clients said, do we have any gear for Atlas Hanover? No, we didn't buy any gear. We just bought the horse. We didn't know we could buy any gear. I'm going to go to the mall tomorrow and see if I can get some hats made up for Atlas Hanover, Little Brown Jug. I don't know if they can do it. I don't know what the turnaround is. If we can get them by Thursday, I'd be happy to do that. Hold on. Hold on a second. Before you start opening up your keyboard to say, hey, Anthony, I want a hat, just let me see if I can do it first, okay? I'll let you know. All right? So, so that's it. We had a great day, 2 for 2 at Delaware. We're 5 for 5 in the top 3. 2 wins, 3 wins, a second and a third now heading into the rest of the week. So a great week for the stable at Delaware, a great year for the stable. All our shares went up for sale today. I see everybody picking them up out of the field. It was important that we had enough shares for everybody. I told everybody when we built the buckets, we still want to make sure that everybody can get in, right? I'm well aware that, I'm very well aware that, you know, we are supposed to be this giant tent, this big ship sailing down the river, and everybody needs to fit on it. So we'll continue to do what we can. I hope everybody understands that now. I'm glad that everybody continues to buy those shares up. We're all partners. Fill your boots. Feel free, please, as we finish up our Ohio sale and get prepared for Lexington. So, full speed ahead. We got a full card of racing tonight at Mohawk. Horses racing tomorrow. The next day, obviously, we have Swinging Senorita racing for 50,000-60,000 here Wednesday. Atlas Hanover is in the Little Brown Jug elimination. As you might have also seen, 2 short eliminations, a 5-horse field, a 6-horse field. That breaks 11. I only got to beat 1 to make it in the final, but I'd love to beat 4 more. I'd love to beat all 5 of them. And I'd love to beat the other 4 in our division. That gives us a chance to draw the inside. Yes, Atlas Hanover is a long shot going in, but I'm going to tell you what. Atlas Hanover feels like a nice horse. Feels sharp. He's on the top of his game. He's got a new lease on life and a new barn, and he feels great coming into this race, so who knows? It's a half-mile track. Strange things happen on half-mile tracks, and they have in Delaware for a long time. So, with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a great day. I hope you're having a great day. I'll talk to you all very soon. Take care.